Have you ever made this mistake when brewing your coffee? This time we're going to talk about French press, a easy method to make coffee, right? You put coarse ground coffee in. After you do that, you go ahead and put it on water for a couple of minutes and you're done, right? But let's try something wacky here. Let's see. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Let's see if we can go ahead and grind a lot finer and then do it for about 3-4 minutes and see how the extraction comes out. And also the actual taste of the coffee to see if it does taste good. Okay, so let's play around with this. So this is at 10, which is extremely fine for French press. So now what we're going to do is take this out, put this on the scale. Okay, we got about 14 grams. And we're gonna do 210 grams of water. We're gonna go ahead and agitate this real quick. Not too crazy, just enough. And then we're just gonna wait. We have 30 seconds in right now. We got our coffee. We're waiting about 4 minutes before we actually get this brewed down. And then once we're done with that, we're also going to take a little sip for a sample to taste, to see if there is a difference in flavor. We're gonna take a sample for the extraction reading. So let me get the rest of the stuff here and then we'll go from there, okay? So why would you do this? Why not? I mean, we've been hearing a lot of times where it's best to just go ahead and do it as coarse as possible when you do a French press. Wait a couple of minutes, 4 minutes, and then see what happens. See if you enjoy it. But let's go a little extreme here. Why not? It's been 4 minutes. So let's go ahead and plunge this down. It's pretty hard because it's fine as fuck. And then we are going to get a sample. So I want to taste this the way it is. And this should take another couple of seconds and stuff like that. I probably should drain this. So let me just taste this real quick and taste it with filtered, because I want to make sure that we get all the extraction that we got from the coffee. And I don't want it to be kind of diluted when I do the actual readings of the TDS. Let's move this around. Let's taste this coffee for what it is. Just put this right here for a sample. But let's just go ahead and taste the coffee. Let's see if it actually does taste good, over extracted, not good. And there's a reason why people feel that they need to do the coarse as possible versus it being extremely fine. I think fine can work, but not as fine as I did. And you'll probably do it for a minute or two instead of the 4 to 5 minutes as people recommend. So let's just go ahead and taste this coffee. It seems like it does taste a little over extracted, but not as surprisingly as you probably would think. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I don't care for French press as much as the other brews, is because I think sometimes when it's too coarse, it's under extracted, so you can't really taste that full body characteristic that the French press can give you. So let's keep tasting it. Yeah, it's a lot better. I mean, yes, it does help that I actually put it through a filter. You can try that too. You can try to drink French press after you brew it, filter it out. It may taste a lot better for you. It doesn't suck. It really doesn't suck. I do taste a little bit of the acidity of the coffee. Not as pronounced as a pour over or V60 would be, but it's kind of tasty. It tastes okay. Yeah. And I think the bitterness has actually gone down. So there's no real bitterness on it. So I think for the most part, it's probably extracted fine. But let's just see what the TDS says. Let's just see what gadgets, instruments tell us that the coffee is actually, okay? So supposedly for immersion brew, we were going for 21.59% extraction, 1.36 TDS, 15 to 1, 14 grams of coffee in, 210 grams of coffee of water. We're supposed to be getting about 1.36 TDS. So let's see what the TDS reading that we actually did get. It didn't taste that bad to me, but 1.74. 1.74. So the TDS reading is 1.74. So that's 27.72% extraction. Yes, we over extracted it, but it didn't really taste that way, which is interesting. I didn't really taste like the crazy amount of bitterness just in the beginning when I started to drink the coffee. But as it started to cool, it got significantly better. Whether my taste buds are lying to me or whatever the case may be, but it doesn't taste too bad. It really doesn't. It's probably like heavy astringent on the tongue, Yeah, it is, but I don't think I think it tastes better this way than a normal typical French press. So again, these are more so like experiments that I'm thinking about doing, things that you may be thinking about too whenever it comes time to actually making a cup of coffee. And these are mistakes, right? These are supposedly mistakes, and we understand why now that you probably don't want to go as fine as possible for brewing your cup of coffee. I think a lot of times when we go through these different experiments, we have to challenge why things are what they are. And even though this coffee would have probably tasted a lot better at a more coarser type of setting for the actual coffee, let's ask ourselves, why is that the case? Does a coffee truly taste better? Does it? That's where we're at with this. That's what we're really trying to figure out. But like I said, this is more so just me just playing, seeing how it works out. And hopefully we'll learn something from each other. Hopefully you learn something from this. Talk to you later. Bye.